Good morning, cultists. Welcome back to another Unbalanced Breakfast with Cthulhu's. Last episode, we spent the entire, 30 minutes basically talking to, First. And we're still not done with our conversation. But we'll take a brief break of interrogating her and explore this area. And then kind of continue with our main quest, I guess. So that I don't bore you to tears. And it may already be too late. It's probably already too late, isn't it? The episode's already not even a minute in, and you're already crying. This is just how boring I am. I don't know. Maybe? Hopefully not. Oh, hello. Tarkus. Ah, you there. Muttering through a mouthful of congealed blood, Tarkus Demos hands from his stake. End this, I beg you. I could kill him. But, no. But you make a better warning to others while you're still twitching. Unable to or unwilling to muster the strength to reply, the Oathbreaker turns away, wincing in pain. Yes. Suffer. Fool. I mean, he could be smart, actually. Maybe I shouldn't, be so judgmental. Oh, what's over here? Ah, interesting. And
Sorry,
we can't. Can you unlock it? You can't either.
Can't do that.
I thought you were good at subterfuge. Maybe she's not actually a rogue? I don't know.
Sorry, can't.
Okay, well, fine. Then, you have to go back that way again? Fine, let's just fast forward this. Oh wait, actually no. You don't have to go that way. Well, let's talk to Terratus. And, do more conversing. Which I'm sure you guys are actually, just super excited about. Terratus, talk to us. Okay, good. You have nothing to say. And they have nothing to say either. What's over this way? Aurora. Aurora, talk to us. Fatebinder. Aurora salutes as you approach. We are honored by your presence. Need something? Okay, so you went from really formal to just informal. That's kind of weird. What's the situation here in Vendrian's Well? The Oathbreakers hold the citadel at the heart of the valley, the one built around the base of the spire. Aurora points east toward the tower in the distance. The Matani River has been our largest headache during the siege. It's unsafe for armored troops to ford, save for at key locations, and the enemy knows this as well as we do. I know we'd be a lot farther along if the Scarlet Chorus used its alleged strength in numbers to ford the rivers themselves and overwhelm the enemy. Aurora looks adverse with a disapproving air. As it is, we must take the valley slowly and advance the disfavored bulwark, since that's where the real work gets done. Oh, shots fired, son! Because all it takes is numbers to cross a river under a hail of arrows? If the disfavored were quicker to act, maybe the Vendrian Guard wouldn't be so trained up to face us. I want to gain my companion's loyalty. I think I can get the disfavored's wrath a little bit, maybe? If only I had more lore. Come on. Be smarter, me. Verse has a point. There's been a lack of cooperation here. On both sides, I assure you. And we get nowhere by bickering over failings of past battles. How long have you been with the disfavored? 7 years. She pauses to count on her fingers. 2 seasons, mayhap a handful of days? I trained at Fort Resolution a bit before the conquest. Compared to the commanders you find around camp or stationed at Iron Hearth, that makes me one of the young bloods. This has been a long and grueling campaign, but the end is in sight. We'll soon have the Oathbreakers back under control. Then we can rest, retrain, and even cycle out troops so we can see our families again. What can you tell me of the Vendrian Guard? They are the last gasp of the younger realms. Among them are warriors that escaped the bastard city siege, a few refugees from other victories, and a bunch of Vendrian locals with delusions of independence. These southern wastrels cannot match our iron, nor the course's numbers. What on Terratus gave them the nerve to rise up and ask for a helping of battle is anyone's guess. Seen anything interesting during the war? I once saw a forge-bound artist set himself on fire. Occupational hazard. That was an unpleasant day. The first of many, to be honest. What's forge-bound? That's a lot of reading. But anyways, they're mage smiths. Cool. I wasn't there to watch you proclaim the Edict of Storms, but I saw the devastation hit Stalwart and take up several cohorts of disfavored with it. She squeezes her eyes shut and shakes her head. Carry on. Have a pleasant siege, Fatebinder. Are you being sassy with me? Don't be sassy with me. Just don't do it. Not a good idea. I don't appreciate sass. Well, I do. When it's funny. But when it's directed at me, maybe not so much. Quick save! You must gather your party before venturing forth. Let's go to the disfavored camp. It's gonna take 3 hours. Oh, so time actually matters? Interesting. Okay. And I guess that was an uneventful journey? Okay then. Kinda hoping I'd be waylaid by bandits or whatever. Maybe this is it. Maybe we're being waylaid now. Doesn't appear to be. Okay. Let's quick save and let's see what's happening over here. Hello, Sterling Hagnon. Hail, Fatebinder. The disfavored scout nods at your approach. Camp's up on ahead. Don't mind us, just clearing out the rabble. I still don't understand what I've done to offend. I respect that these are now disfavored lands and I'm happy to give the Legion a proper toll. But she's going on about trading rights. What nonsense is that? I am not allowed to trade one thing for another? It's not like I'm selling weapons to angry peasants or anything of the sort. You're in disfavored land. These warriors have every right to kill you. You should be more thankful they're even listening to you speak. But I'm only here to peddle my wares. I mean no harm. The merchant takes a step back, his eyes scanning the soldiers for sign of movement. And if you think I'm a threat to this disfavored camp, then you have seriously overestimated me. Please, how do I make this right? From the sound of it, I feel like I'm about to be robbed. You're not the only one. I'm being robbed of patience as we speak. We should move on, Fatebinder. Petty disputes are beneath us both. Robbed? No, you fool. You're being granted life after trespassing on our lands. All for the simple price of what's on your cart. Not our fault you don't have your permits in order. I don't write the rules, I just ruthlessly enforce them. Nice. Woman after my own heart. You are a woman, right? I'm assuming. Please. The merchant lurches towards you, eyes wide in desperation. Can you do something? Let's see your trade permits. He hasn't got one. Therein lies the problem. Trade permit? Well, how was I mean, to whom would I speak for such a thing? Not us, and not our problem. Maybe march your butt to Bastard City and plead your case before Tunon. But we'll lighten your burden and relieve you of your wares first. That should make the long trek a little bit more bearable. Well, I am the Fatebinder, so anything to be argued before Tunon may be argued before me. So I'll lose a little bit of favor, but it should be okay. What's there to discuss? We should kill this mongrel. And the warrior pauses, placing her hand in front of her mouth. If the Fatebinder wishes to weigh in on the matter, courtesy demands we listen. The soldier clears her throat, looking at you expectantly. This is a disfavored matter, but I know the agents of the court do so love to throw their judgments around. Don't sass me, missy. I don't have any of this, which is really unfortunate. Well, you could rob me now and have my supplies today. The merchant grabs a flask from his cart. Or you can leave me alive and have fermented honey all year long. I even know a few families whose recipes for painkillers and healing drafts. Certainly any army will need those. He uncorks a small ceramic vial, and the aroma of cloves and lanolin assaults your nose. I don't know, I mean, I don't want to really help him out, but it does seem like it would be better long term to let merchants be, so... sure. These are essential goods to the war effort. We should leave the supplier intact. But he has no permits. You're allowing this low-born wretch to profit when he should toil like any other conquered tiersman. Fatebinder, it is your right to settle disputes when we lock horns with a chorus, but you have no authority on this matter. I could gain wrath and lose favor. The disfavored will tolerate your presence, but you will pay them handsomely for such charity. We will? Wait, what? Oh. The disfavored soldier clears her throat with a cough before repeating herself in a more upbeat manner. We will. It sickens me to make exceptions for this vulture, but if you'll supply this disfavored without profit, perhaps this indiscretion is for the best. It's not like our larders are overflowing. A work slave to scrounge provisions would be an asset. Thank you for interceding on my behalf. I know my life will now depend on showing the disfavored due gratitude for suffering my presence. If I must grovel a bit to earn my daily grain, so be it. Okay. Are you stuck? Okay, no. I thought you were like stuck in your pose or something. Slow down a moment. I know we're both eager to watch the Archons bicker over tactics like a pair of magpies, but I need to ask you something first. What's that? The voices of Nerat told me that you come as mediator. Considering the source, well, I can't help but feel I'm only hearing half the story. So let's have it out. What's so special about you? Why so suspicious? It's just a feeling I got. When the Archons are together, the air gets as taut as a bowstring. I can't help but think that no amount of compromise will get them seeing eye to eye. So why invite a mediator from Tunon's court? It doesn't add up. Why do you think the Archons are at odds? I've been with the Scarlet Corps since the early days of the conquest, so I can say it's been building for a few years now. There's an energy about those two. Like a pair of storms moving to collide. I heard that Graven Ash and Voices of Nerat shared some bad blood in the Northern Empire, but I don't know any other particulars. By my authority, the Archons will fall in line. That sounds like exactly the attitude to set this campaign in the right direction. I don't envy you the task of getting them to cooperate, which sounds about as easy as teaching a tornado to heal. At least you sound like you know what you're doing. What else has the Voices of Nerat told you? Only that I could find you in Edgering Ruins. Truthfully, I could have picked you out of the crowd. You're the only one of us who hasn't spent the last few months bathing in the stink of the Matani River. She laughs, but there's a forced nature to it. Oh, miss, do you smell? Can you bathe before we get down to business? Bow chicka bow wow. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know if this game has romance. I'm here to deliver an edict from Kyros, so I'm trusting her a little bit. That makes a crazy kind of sense. Considering how long the siege has taxed the armies, I can understand why Kyros would send you with an edict to speed things along. Have you read it? Do you know what it says? Ooh. Yeah, let's trust her more. The Archons must claim Ascension Hall by Kyros' Day of Swords, or all will perish. One more thing for the Archons to fight over. Well, thanks for cluing me in. If Kyros sends any lightning our way, just tell me when to duck. I really ought to be meeting with the Archons. The war tent is just past the center of camp. She nods towards the northeast. One last thing. Be careful around these disfavored types. They take their work seriously, and most have suffered too many blows to the head. You calling us stupid? Actually...
At your service, Fatebinder.
Ah, so now we're at Loyalty 3.
What do you need?
Which means that I could probably ask her about if she's a spy for the Voices of Nerat. I was, and to be perfectly fair, I think I've been more or less transparent about it, but it doesn't change anything about why I chose to travel with you. If I didn't want to, I'd just leave. What did the Voices want to know? He never told me. He just said to keep an eye out on you. But there was an implication that I haven't had an opportunity to report in, as if I would have. More than likely, he would have stolen my mind and learned everything I knew, just to make sure I didn't leave anything out. So if you have any reservations about my discretion, keep that in mind. Okay, she's just repeating that, alright. You were just doing your job, no harm. I'm grateful that we don't have to make a big deal about it and waste our time wondering if we can ever trust each other again. Honestly, it's refreshing. Alright, I mean, I could probably talk to her more, but let's just carry on for the time being. Okay. Before we go in, though, let's keep the tradition of the, whoa. Okay, no, I can't. I thought there was something there. And nothing. Bunch of deer and boar. It's really cool. What do we have here? Step closer and present yourself. You've arrived at last. The disfavored warrior turned to the other guard. This isn't just any Fatebinder. This is a Stormcaller. That's such a cool nickname. Charnel fought with us all the way back to the gates of judgment. Served on the front lines, saw it with my own eyes. The guard looks back at you, nodding slowly. We're honored Tunon sent you. So he gains a major favor, which is fantastic. We can salute and say, Graven Ash protects. That he does. The warrior nods in approval, then taps twice on the gate to signal your arrival. Be well, Fatebinder. Glory to Kyros. Wait, who opened it? There was no one here. Am I analyzing this too much? I think I'm analyzing this too much. Okay, so we can talk to Pentabor, who appears to be hailing us. Hail to you. Look at that. Hail to you, guardian of the law. The man dressed in merchant finery greets you with a smile. If you have a few excess rings weighing you down, best unburden yourself before battle. You know that if the disfavored suffer a merchant in their camp, that must be a man selling only the finest provisions and armaments. He points to his collection of shields, rations, satchels, wineskins, and other sundries. Take a look and see if anything interests you. Let's soldier it up. Most of the camp followers are slaves or haulers. You don't see many merchants. I try not to congratulate myself on my good fortune, since it's by the wisdom and mercy of Tunon that I make a profit. Perhaps we're not so different in that respect. He winks. I don't know, I think we're quite different, but okay. Like, first of all, you have hair. I don't. If I wasn't following the rear guard peddling my wares, my niece Rona and I would no doubt be caretakers of a pitiful market stall, shouting above the rabble to make ourselves known to the lords and ladies of the bastard city. Your largest crate. Open it, now. Something in your tone causes him to blanch. He scrambles to remove the lid from the largest of his crates. Of course, Fatebinder. Don't let me inconvenience you for a moment. His supplies are all perfectly ordinary. You see nothing out of place or unauthorized by his mercantile license. I want to play as kind of like a lawful character. So let's not lie or steal. Okay. Everything seems to be in order here. I'm glad to hear of it. There isn't a temptation in the world that would steer me from the good favor of Tunon at Kyros. How did you come to work with the disfavored? Hard work and good suppliers. When Tunon's men came to my village, all the merchants were given lists of what they were or weren't permitted to trade. He smiles and hands on hips. In Kyros' wisdom, my record must have been a good one, because I was given the right to trade in all manners of goods. Most importantly, arms. Not a lot of merchants can legally sell weapons. It was like that even before Kyros. Let's see what he has. Let's see if we can find something you might like. I could sell you some of my shit. I don't know. Will you take that crap? And maybe that crap? And this crap? And this bent bronze dagger. Okay. Yep. This doesn't give as good armor penetration, so we'll sell that too. That is a two-handed weapon, so we'll just get rid of that. Topaz, maybe? Oh, you know what? Bronze ring. Oh, okay, so the rings are money. So I was right about the whole rings being currency. Okay. So that topaz gave me bronze rings as opposed to copper rings. So that's actually pretty expensive. Okay, cool. Alright. I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, because other stuff, I don't really want this crap, I don't think. Do you have a no, you don't. Okay. Water, what does water do? Water is no, it's not copper. Oops. It's not bronze, rather. Camping supplies? Maybe I'll get them by myself later? I don't know, I'll just... yeah, sell you my shit. Okay, cool. Rona. Talk to me. No time to chitter? Too much armor to mend? Speak to your uncle? No. Don't want to do that. What's in here? The table is lined with various medicinal herbs. It would appear that they have been carefully rationed. Can we talk to the boar?
Can't do that.
Well, fine. I guess not. Let's pillage that shit. Oh, yeah. I guess people don't mind me looting their shit, eh? Yeah, I guess not. Cool. So we have another weapon that appears to be a little better in terms of damage, but it has lower armor penetration and it also doesn't make enemies explode. Which is a huge plus in my book, but, you know. Bitter Quip. Glory to the voices of Nerat. Projecting his salutation for all to hear, the grinning blood chanter raps his staff against the ground as you approach. Fatebinder eternal, I presume. His smile quickly retreats, giving way to a sour scowl. I am Bitter Quip. I am here as the emissary of the Scarlet Chorus. Bitter Quip looks at you impatiently. What is it like working with the disfavored? He scoffs, looking away from you for a moment before sniffing and returning his attention to you. Reporting to the Iron Hag is an insult. She fought one duel for her title, one. Her leadership must be continuously proven, earned and defended. Weakness should bleed to the bottom of the army, not rise to the top. My assignment here is also an insult, but one will bear for the good of the chorus. Bitter Quip sniffs the air, smiling with one side of his mouth. If only to see with my own eyes the failure of the disfavored. That will be a fine day. Well, what can you tell me about the Scarlet Chorus? And that's a lot of conversation, so we'll just leave you for now. Appears I have to go into that main camp, or that tent, I guess. But let's explore more. What's over yon? Oh, can we loot that thing? Yes, we can. Stone Shield Helm. Increases recovery, lowers deflection and accuracy. But I think it's actually the disfavored helmet, which looks super cool compared to the Scarlet Fury helmet. Because it's also iron, so I think it might actually work better because my character will be wearing a lot of like iron stuff, like metal weapons. And yeah, that helmet is like, that looks sick. Oh yeah. Let's loot more shit. Oh damn. Got a shield. Fantastic. What do you got? Increase my recovery, but whatever, it's fine. As long as I can take more hits to my face, it's always good.
Sorry, can't.
Okay, fine. I was going to ask you, but since you said no. Isotanus. Are you really that tan? Isotan. Isotanus curses the air as a blade of thin iron breaks in half beneath his hammer. Repairing weapons with scrap isn't exactly why I got into this craft, but our supplies are spent. He wipes the sweat from his brow and gets a better look at you. Why not forge bronze? Bronze will do in a pinch, but don't get me wrong. It can take a beating and get bent into shape, unlike the stubborn iron we have. He glances at the pile of his work with dread, and we always have plenty of tin and copper lying around, so supplies aren't the problem. It's a rare smith who can churn out military-grade bronze consistently. More often than not, it comes out soft. Look around the camp. We're garbing the Legion head to toe in iron because it's cheaper and easier to produce for the masses. Couldn't do that with bronze. They call the disfavored the Iron Legion for a reason. Strategy and skill may be our backbone, but our claws are made of iron. The good stuff that comes from the Smiths and Lethian's Crossing. You mentioned an iron shortage? Sounds a lot like what's happening in Baldur's Gate 1. I'm afraid so. The last shipment sent down the Matani went missing near Ekokal Crossing. And I'm afraid we won't be seeing any more now that the valley is sealed. Forge-bound iron is Tunan's responsibility. Why is this the first I'm hearing of it? Keep your voice down. Isotanus flinches and lowers his own. Graven Ash doesn't want to cause a panic or pass any information to the Vendrian Guard. Best case scenario, the iron tumbled off a boat and is rusting on a riverbed. Worst case, it ends up in enemy hands. If I find myself in Ekokal, I suppose I can keep an eye out. We're never gonna reject a quest. Come on. That's just like RPG 101. I appreciate that, as does the great general. More than you might guess. Maybe he isn't quick to offer his thanks to outsiders, but I know he'll be grateful for your help. It would be a boon to the war effort if our iron was recovered. You can trust me to handle this. I knew that Tunan wouldn't have dispatched you without good reason. The court isn't exactly known for gambling when the stakes are high. He glances to a crate beside him and points to a small set of notches on the wood. You see that? That is how we tell apart our iron shipments from the rest. Inconspicuous so people don't go snooping around. You want to keep your eye out for these. Good hunting. You have gained enough reputation to unlock a new ability. Open the reputation UI by pressing R to see the ability available to your character. Most factions have abilities your character can acquire as you build reputation with them. In order to acquire these abilities, you must build enough favor or wrath with a faction. Reputation abilities are only granted to your character, not to other party members. Stores allow you to trade and sell your items for copper rings or items in the store's inventory. Merchants buy items from you at a greatly reduced price. If you sell something, you may see it appear in the store's inventory with a much higher cost. Stores periodically refresh their inventory, so check back often to see what what items are now available. What availables are now item? Oh. What, did we get anything? Okay, so there's a bronze sword that I can use. No, I don't think so. Is she wearing? She's not wearing a helmet. No, you should wear a helmet, miss. But hide your helmet. I want to see your scarred face. Yeah, I guess. Okay. So we have a reputation thing. Okay, so we have. Oh, enough favor with a disfavored, I guess. No, it's with verse. Oh, well, look at that. Gained a lot of like loyalty with her. That's cool. So she has death from above. So that's it's a combo ability. That's cool. With Graven Ash, no. Other voices of Narat. Okay. Neither of those. Alright, so I see how this is. Okay. That's cool, I guess. Well, I'll do some more reading up on these skills in between episodes, so don't, again, bore you to tears. What's this? Oh. Okay, so it's just a prison cell. Cool. Alright, well, I guess we're going in there. Unless there's more stuff here. Ooh, there's more stuff here. Ah, oh, raw meat. Yes! It's exactly what I've always wanted. I'm Lucia. This is Marcus. The disfavored soldier points to the armored man next to her. And you must be the Fatebinder. From under her helm, you hear an audible scoff. You've been assigned to your hospitality, Marcus quickly interjects, while you remain on disfavored ground. If you should need a place to rest, we can make the necessary preparations. What can we do for you? Do you always stand at ease in the presence of a higher officer? No, sir. Marcus straightens his back in short order and regards you with trepidation. This is... Lucia. Lucia also adjusts her posture. posture, oh my god, a posture, if slower than her companion. I wasn't briefed on the chain of command. Do we report to the Fatebinder now? I heard Iron Marshal say that Tunon's agents can intercede if there's a dispute. That sounds pretty authoritative to me. I'm not so proud that I won't strike a pose, if only to keep up appearances. Are you whispering this to each other or just saying it out loud? That hardly satisfies my question, so I take the answer as kind of. So be it. Hail, Fatebinder. Okay, so we can ask them what stuff. Oh my god. Training? Okay, Marcus, tell me about yourself. Not sure there's much to tell you. I trained at Fort Resolution. This is my first campaign and I'm proud to be with the Legion. I was wounded at the Gates of Judgment, but Graven Ash's protection mended me good. I owe my life to him. Are you bragging that you let your guard down and took a spear to the gut? You really shouldn't boast about a filthy tearsman besting you in battle. Lucia rolls her eyes. You're just bitter that Lord Ash never seems to notice you. In all seriousness, I would take that spear again if it brought honor to the disfavored. Kyros knows we could use it. We are the elite fighters of the Northern Army, but somehow still we lack the Overlord's confidence. He shakes his head and sighs. Okay, Lucia, tell me about yourself. I do this. She unenthusiastically lifts up her heavy shield, and I do this. She mockingly stabs at the air with her spear. Lucia shrugs. Playing host is not my strong suit. Ignore my sarcasm. I've been in the lead. I've seen the Legion through my share of the campaign. After so much bloodshed, our pretenses of honor can wear me down. She turns a cautious eye your way. The North is my home, and I consider each and every one of the ironclad bastards in this camp to be my family. You won't find another army with each member of the Phalanx is as beloved and cherished as the next. You seem handy with a weapon, Lucia. Aye, and if you ever want some pointers on how to use that weapon of yours, just let me know. She winks. Lucia, are you flirting with a Tunon's Fatebinder? Well, hello, nurse. Relax, Marcus. There are plenty of camp slaves if I ever needed to scratch an itch. Although, through the visors of her helm, you notice Lucia's eyes roving up and down your body. If you ever need someone to warm your bedroll, let me know. I sleep in my armor. Hope you don't mind. Might make things a little painful, but you know what? Sure, first time for everything, right? How have your skills fared in battle against the Oathbreakers, Marcus? Every battle is a reminder of the Legion's superiority. Superiority. The Oathbreakers have plenty of heart, but nothing to beat our northern values and Graven Ash's love. He loves? Ah, that's so sweet. If you ever want to enjoy that feeling, I can spare you the time of day to cross iron. What's it like serving with the disfavored? In spite of our name, the Legion commands more honor than any military on the face of Terratus. Unlike the chorus, there is tradition, discipline, teamwork, and unity of purpose. Marcus looks across the camp. There aren't many of us, but it's better that way. We're a tightly knit family bound together by trust and glory. Accurate enough, Lucia shrugs. After seeing the disunity and bickering of the younger realm's defenders, I feel lucky to be in the most agreeable Legion of Kyros' host, even if we were not always the most efficient. If the Legion boasts so much honor, why are they disfavored? Not enough reputation. I'm afraid that isn't for me to say. Others around the camp might be able to tell you more, but I don't freely discuss the great general's history to outsiders. But you'll say that it involves the great general, which is already telling a clue, idiot. Drat! At least the Iron Marshal isn't within earshot, or I'd be washing my mouth out with a woodworm. Lucia, I could use some training. Bow chicka bow wow. Finally, some fun to break up the monotony of the siege. Oh, so it's actual training. Okay, well then. So how does this work? So I can... Am I putting in experience points or what? I don't get it. Or... what? Not sure I understand this. But sure, let's try it out, I guess. Put something into athletics. Okay, so now I've leveled up, which I don't quite still understand. Okay. Right, your character has earned enough experience to advance a level. With each level, your maximum health increases and your character is fully healed. You also increase one attribute of character and purchase a new talent. Click on the level number on your character's portrait to spend your points, or press C. Okay. Attribute point. Level up, Fatebinder. Oh wait, that's me. And that's just that thing. Okay, never mind. With each level, you can increase one of your character's attributes: might, finesse, quickness, wits, vitality, or resolve. Each of these attributes provides benefits to your character as well as increases one or more skills. Increasing an attribute costs 1 point until the attribute score reaches 19. To raise an attribute from 19 to 20 requires 2 attribute points. So I guess 20 is the max? I would assume? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe I should go with quickness. That way I can like do more shit, I guess? I don't know. Or should we go with vitality? Get hit more in the face. Maybe getting hit more in the face would be good, but I think I need quickness. Just to kind of like, I don't know, hit faster? Like, have more abilities going, I guess? I don't know. Yes, let's do this. We did it. It's been done. And apparently we can't get it on with Lucia, which is kind of a shame. Marcus, train me. And also, so he can train me in weapons and stuff. Oh, okay, that's cool. Alright, cool. Train me in one-handed. And I still don't really understand what this is. Oh, I think what this is that's the amount of skill points you have in that level, and if once you reach 45, you go up a rank? I think? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't understand it, but whatever, it's fine.
Can't do that.
Yeah, we're kind of out of time, so we'll have to leave it off here and come back again in the next episode. And I do apologize for going over, but you know, the nature of the game kind of requires a lot of dialoguing and conversating and whatnot, so I do apologize, but this is kind of how it's going to be for the rest of the playthrough, really. It's just going to be a lot of like dialogues and whatnot, so I do apologize if that doesn't really cater to what you were looking for, but this is kind of how I play RPGs, is to kind of explore every nook and cranny. So if you do enjoy that though, I really hope you stick around, because I think this is going to be an amazing game. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and have a good breakfast.